the Star Wars stuff doesn't stop. It doesn't really begin because it's kind of always been happening. I got some stuff today. Hello, it's a day that ends in Y. And these, as a reminder, are what I'm printing on the printer, of course. Printing as opposed to on my head. Just these random token coin things. I don't know. My daughter will figure out what she's going to do with them. So let's go ahead and begin with some tech. Because I know y'all love tech. I know. That's like all you think about. I think about Star Wars. Constantly. This is a remote control helicopter that I plan on giving Jedi on her birthday, which is coming up in a few weeks. Hopefully she'll have fun with it. She's had fun with the little palm drones. These have been at various department stores as of late. I have not seen this one. I saw like an Empire helicopter before, but not one that specifically had Grogu. Let's see if I can angle it. I can't open it, because unfortunately then that would ruin the box being opened by Jedi. But she'll enjoy it. So she's going to become a helicopter pilot for her 7th birthday. That's the plan. I got more kitchen stuff. Still looking for other kitchen stuff, because they seem to be releasing new kitchen stuff right now. Star Wars, in general, like vintage characters, and then also Mandalorian stuff. This is a dish drying mat. Pretty colorful. On there we see a variety of Mandos. Many Mandos. Including, I think, that's got to be Bo-Katan, right? That's definitely Bo-Katan. You can tell. That one, and more stuff for the kitchen. This is actually the second one of the... No, this is the first one I got. I got a dish mat that was with this design, but I did not get this hand towel, which has the ability to hook onto something. It's a snap, and then you just hook it on like some kind of what do you call it? A bar. You could use it in a bar. Don't take it with you to a bar, because you never know what's going to happen. There's only like one... Did you notice the lonely Vader there? One is the loneliest Vader. By the way, I got 2 of the drying mats, because you never know, right? I can use one. I can collect one. Best of both worlds. They're pretty cheap. $5-6 a piece. I also picked up an extra IG-11 because it was there, and I had not seen these on pegs forever, and so I grabbed one. Happy to have an extra IG-11, if only because I think I misplaced one of his weapons. I think it dropped somewhere, and I'm not exactly sure where it went. But either way, I have an additional IG-11. I'm going to be opening him. Actually, okay, fine. Fine. Since you asked, which you didn't do. I know many people hold on to the cards. Sometimes I hold on to them. I could probably do a better job when it comes to opening. Now this weapon, I am not going to lose. I'm going to keep a very close eye on it, so that it is not lost in its journey over across the room to stand among my other retro-style figures, including the Tarkin and Luke in a snowspeeder uniform. The only one I don't really have right now is the Stormtrooper that comes with the Monopoly set. I'm hoping that goes eventually on sale, because I already had one that did not have the Stormtrooper figure inside, the Remnant. So at one point, I will get one of those. At one point. Today, I don't know. How do I know when not to open a toy? Well, I look at it and I think, is this something I would like to showcase? Is this something I want to actually hold in my hand? Is it something that I want to enjoy in my collection? And the box art is awesome. It kind of shifts between that. Sometimes I'll often get toys on sale and not open them at all because I love the boxes. And that's something that sometimes when I get to that point and I really want to open it, then I'll buy 2. Doesn't always happen. I usually wait until they're on sale. Usually. Some of the stuff I find discounted anyway. I got a couple of these for Jedi, because you might remember I already found one of these. The Grogu Towel. Again, it hangs off of a bar. It's a pretty nice towel. These are out there right now. Go snap them up while you can. It's not you know, every day that Star Wars gets branded merch. You might remember I already had these, but I already can tell you that we were going to use them in the kitchen. That was the plan. And I guarantee my daughter is going to want to have her own. So it's only $6. These little oven mitts, so she can pretend in her kitchen. Look, I'm a space slug. Exogorth? Get that right? Something like that. I also found this on the shelf. Not for sale, but again, my daughter's birthday is coming up. And I couldn't remember if she had this one either way. Now I got a second one. Couldn't pass it up, even though I generally skip a lot of the Funko Pop vinyl. A lot of the Funko stuff. And sometimes Funko directly, their website has these pop keychains on sale. So this is a nice little bonus to have. And then, if you pardon, I will be opening yesterday's showcase, Grogu, and I'll be doing that even though I opened IG-11, as well as the Luke Skywalker with the Salamiri, Heir to the Empire, showcased yesterday. I meant to do it yesterday, trying to do like a figure of the day here on the live Twitch streams. This is... Oh, I'm not done with the Star Wars stuff. I was going to show you something that wasn't Star Wars. I'll show you something that's not Star Wars in just a second. I realized when I turned over here, I'm like, oh, I've got more. I have a lot more. A while ago, I found a set of these. Actually, I found two sets. One I kept in the package, and the other one I opened. I've been using in conjunction with my Ticino bags, so I use these. And so today I found even more on the shelf, so I grabbed some, because you never know. They could snap, they could break, but I could always have plenty of Grogu clips around. Again, a nice find. There's a lot of stuff that's scattered everywhere. There's no one place to look. Like, so if you just go into a store and you just look in the toy section, you're missing out on, like, probably 75% of the Star Wars stuff that's out there. Now, that's not to say that the Star Wars toys don't exist. In case you're wondering, Bad Batch. The Mission Fleet is now available. Hunter, Echo, Crosshair, and Wrecker. Although why Crosshair is in this collection is kind of it's kind of confusing to me. Not to mention, where's Tech? So I wish they gave us all of the Bad Batch and Omega. That would have been fantastic. But I'm a collector of the Mission Fleet. I'm going to be keeping this one in the box, and then maybe when it goes on sale, I'll get a second one at some point in the future to open up. So that's an example of what I might keep in the box versus what I might open. I have a collection of these. Pretty much stayed current and collected all of them. I like the scale. I like it a lot. I like the fact that they're, you know, reminiscent of the retro figures that I grew up with. Obviously not the same scale, but closer to a 5 POA. I don't think that we're going to get much in terms of a 3 3/4 inch variety of 5 POA figures moving forward beyond the retro stuff, if they keep doing that, and I hope they do, because I love it. And Mission Fleet is probably the closest that we're going to get. So consider me a collector of those Star Wars figures. I am also somewhat of a comic collector, though you know I've been lamenting no longer having a local comic shop that I frequent. And so I've had to turn to the internet to get the comics, and that's a frustrating prospect at best, because keeping track of what's new is not straightforward. It's not easy. In my old comic shop, they just knew. They knew me. They said, okay, any new Star Wars, just put it in Chris's box. And I was happy for that. So I've had to resort to just going online, and you might remember that I picked up Marvel subscriptions directly from Marvel for like half off, at least for the year. I'm not sure if I'm going to continue with printed comics, even though the price for a comic, even a half off, was worth it. But full price for a comic is the same price as the digital comic. And when you get the printed comic, you get the digital comic for free. So I'm not exactly sure what they're trying to do. I'm not sure if Marvel's trying to, like, destroy their print endeavor or what, because it's confusing to keep up with. I'm not going to complain about the price, but it's cost effective, more cost effective to just get the things digitally. You know, are print comics quickly going to become a thing of the past? I don't know. This is Dr. Aphra, obviously 12 from that series. I also learned that when I subscribed to the Marvel comic series, I thought I was getting all of them. I did, but apparently I wasn't. I was kind of really upset about that. I'm like, oh man, how am I going to get these other subscriptions? So I turned to an online retailer to get a couple of issues that I missed because I didn't realize, because again, keeping up with this stuff is sometimes not easy. I didn't realize, though I knew of War of the Bounty Hunters, I didn't know that there were certain issues that I would have totally missed out on. So I had to kind of go back to get them. And so I went back and I got them. Forlom and Zuckuss. I'll leave it up to you as to which one is which. I believe this was a one-off as a part of that series. Again, trying to keep up. And then I found War of the Bounty Hunters 002. I love these covers. I would have loved to have collected all of these variant covers. It didn't happen. The only one I think I really collected that I have hanging out in the play shop here is the Darth Vader one. Obviously, that's my chase. War of the Bounty Hunters Alpha variant edition. So I'm like, okay, this is different. So again, if I had a comic shop, a physical comic shop, I wouldn't have this problem. I mean, I'd be willing to pay more for a local comic shop because keeping up with this stuff is just darn near impossible. In NFT, I'm not a believer in NFT. Thank you very much. I'm not a big believer in collecting JPEGs. So if it comes to a point where it's no longer sustainable to get print comics, I'm probably just gonna give up. And at that point, just get the compendiums. Not, I guess, omnibus, right? Where they have a volume 1, volume 2, over, with an arc. I'll go that direction before I do anything digitally of that kind. Okay, so that'll go right there. Now, I'm not done. It was a good day. These are also available out there at stores. Good luck finding them. I'm looking for one of, these are welcome mats. This is obviously one that I believe was used last year or the year before because you've got the Darth Vader tag on it, but preparing for Halloween, they pulled it out seemingly, or maybe it is new. I don't know. Be afraid. So this is something that we'll have to put out on Halloween. Let's see if I can stand. There we go. I want you to see the full black shot there. My Darth Vader pants with the Target down below. Did not get this at Target though. I'm looking for this particular mat. It's a thin mat, rubber mat, but I'm looking for a Grogu one with flowers. That's the one I'm really wanting to find because I think Jedi would get a kick out of it. This is the one I'm kind of excited for. I mean, yes, the Darth Vader one's nice, and we'll use it on Halloween, certainly. But this one's really nice because you don't see a lot of purple, pink, light blue in Star Wars. So I'm very glad they went with this particular color scheme. I'd rather have this color scheme for Mando stuff than the bold blue that they decided to go with, which is just, to me, asinine. This is a nice color scheme, and of course, Grogu, Star Wars, so we'll be using that as well when we need to replace our mats. Now, I promised, and I have every intention on seeing through on my promise that I would show you one not Star Wars thing. Lower the mat. Do you need me to lower the mat again? I thought I was holding it up just fine. I will lower the mat then, unless I missed that. Let me go ahead and first show you. Oh, it's all good. Okay. This is the not Star Wars thing I got. So, I really don't like the design that Mattel went with, the sculpts on these figures. I love the idea of these figures in this particular series, the Eternia minis, but I mean, the one thing that annoys me about He-Man, and I'm probably the only one, is that they're just so bulky, beefy, and I'm like, I was never into it. Never. I did collect them as a kid. They were fun. The aliens, certainly, more than anything. Never had a vintage Orko. Possibly going to be picking one up. My favorite Orko to this point is the Super 7 5 POA. Of course, I collected all the Masters of the Universe 5 POA line as they released them. I'm only missing one, Man-at-Arms. But I saw this one. Despite skipping a lot of the Masters of the Universe Eternia minis, because I just did not like the sculpts at all, because they were all like top heavy. I'm like, this just looks weird. I grabbed Orko because it looks good. This Orko looks nice, and if they would have styled all the Eternia minis like Orko, I absolutely would have picked them up. I mean, that would have been a collection that I probably would have started, the Eternia minis. I like the idea that they were shooting for, but you know, it just comes down when it's not Star Wars for me, and it's a potentially new collection. It's got to hit all the marks for me to want to bring it home, because you know, not just additional cost, but I want to enjoy it. I want to say, look at it and go, wow, that looks really nice. I loved He-Man as a cartoon. Had some of the figures, thrifted quite a few vintage He-Man figures to create a collection that I didn't have as a kid. But generally, it's Star Wars first, everything else a distant second, although the closer to a distant second would be 5 POA, like the Super 7 stuff that they do with the reaction line. Huge fan of that. In fact, today, Super 7, Yoko will be happy to know that I knew this. They just released the next range of Power Rangers. Pink and Black Ranger, as opposed to the existing red and green. So we will have one more wave after this, then yellow and white. I think those would be the remaining for the Power Rangers. Because I'm only... See, that's the thing. I'm only getting the Power Rangers. Out of all the Power Rangers, I'm only just getting the Power Rangers, not all the enemies and everything. I'm just, again, narrowing the focus. But certainly enjoy you know, when I'm tripped. When I'm like, whoa, okay, I got to do this. So that's the Star Wars stuff for today. I'm very happy. And I know this is like an average day, seemingly. I'm always getting the Star Wars stuff. Always happy to share it with you.